Hey everybody, Charlie here. Welcome back to Aspera. I'm coming in just a little bit earlier than I anticipated because I wanted to show you this. We've got, this is the biome map. So you can kind of see the different biomes that are forming and stuff, right? And you can see it like in real time, how the desert just slowly becomes a little bit more moist and becomes grassland. And if I speed up time, you'll just see sort of, it's just taking over and it's all happening in real time. It's very cool how they've sort of modeled this and you can just sort of pay attention and keep an eye on it. The other thing I really like about this is, if you remember before, when we get really close to buildings, let's say go right down in here, you see the texture, right? And it's got some texture to it. It's kind of nice, right? I'm gonna go down to like maybe 1 time speed, maybe make it a little bit smoother on my frame rates here. I'm a little CPU bound. It's not quite as bad as it was before, but it's still pretty bad. But look at this though. I love this. So this is the texture we've seen before. And as we move our map this way, look at the texturing forming on the map. These are like the tiny details, right? As things begin to get, you know, a little bit more fertile, we start to see this extra texture forming. And it's just imagining that texture is forminating. Oh yeah, we're at that stage now, folks. That texture is forming, right, throughout the whole map, and you can just zoom right in and just get a real close look at it with depth of field and everything, and just, I'm loving it. I can't wait till we have like grass and trees and all sorts of stuff. It's gonna be really cool. Going along that note, I've noticed that we're going to start getting water in these little areas here, especially in this darker area right here. This is going to be water, I think, before this is. So, like, tearing this stuff down is, it's a real big chore, okay? I'm just going to say it. This has been a real big chore, but I have managed to preserve, up until this point anyway, I have managed to preserve 100% of the resources for all the buildings. And you can see we have tons of building materials right now, like over 4,300 steel in storage, 4,700 glass. We don't have a whole lot for like the raw materials, like we're completely out of iron, right? And like we have almost no science happening right now, 8.9, right? Pretty much everybody is gone, right? Because we have no water. There's no way to like prioritize any buildings. We just simply have no water anymore. So we're going to have everybody leave. And that's going to have to do. That's going to be fine. Because once we get to SA6, we'll start getting more water. We'll start getting, you know, a lot of other stuff can happen. And people will come back, right? So no big deal. I've managed to get most of the import from Titan research done before this became a problem. Having 8.5 RP per month means that we're probably not going to get this for a while, but that's okay. Like I said, once we get into SA6, if that is the case, we can get that water and we'll get that easy. I have already done the, let's go back to done. I've done the aerobrake, a nitrogen-rich asteroid into the atmosphere to release nitrogen. Very important to get nitrogen up very quickly. Because oxygen just takes over, man. It just runs and you can't stop it. And you're like, why is oxygen going up? I have nothing. There's nothing here like making oxygen. It's just going to keep going. So I've got carbon. CO2 is now down to almost 50%, but N2 is now above 30%. And it's just going to keep going up. We've got lots of those nitrate mines and stuff happening on the surface as well. And we have other options of getting CO2, like a lot of options in getting CO2. But what I want to do also is import some water and just start getting just really ramping up on all this stuff. So I am tearing down most of this stuff. Again, this is going to have a few cuts in this episode as well, because I am trying to just get a little bit of usage out of it if I can. This carbon deposit, I'm no longer mining it for carbon. I actually have quite a considerable amount in storage right now. So instead I've turned it into one of these nuclear carbonate extractors. And all it's doing is using the carbon that's in the ground and it's pumping CO2 up into the atmosphere that way. So I am adding additional greenhouse gases now at this point. Once you get to the point where you can't slow it down, it's time to actually speed it up. Because if you're just like sitting there, again, oxygen is just going to reign supreme on you. So once you start noticing O2 is going up a little bit faster than everything else, you have to accelerate. you have to push everything else, or all your stuff's gonna burn later. That's just the way it is. I did have that spoiled for me. Thank you, comments. Appreciate you spoiling it for me. But in the nutshell, though, like, things are gonna burn if you hit oxygen rich. If you're too oxygen rich, you're gonna notice that. It's just kind of, I don't really want to say it's common sense, but it is known. That's all I'm gonna say. It is known. Let's see if I can get just a little bit more of this aluminum. Just a little bit more of it, because we're going to run out of it. Although, to be fair, like, I'm going to have to rebuild buildings, and I've got so many materials here. But the drones are going to have to move the materials over to here to get them. I don't know. Is it worth doing this? I don't think it's worth it. Let's just take these things down. We don't need them. Carbonate extractor can stay for now, but I'm going to remove that. And then I'm also going to get rid of this aluminum mine too, I think. Well, it's still in power from this, so I can leave that. I'll leave that aluminum mine for now. But the maintenance is going to go. So these buildings have no more maintenance now. And again, we just start pulling this stuff back away. Just back away. Nice and slow. Just back away. Another thing I could do is just like go upstairs and let this run for 2 hours if I want to. I don't want to miss any story points that might pop in, though, because... you know, who knows? Somebody might start talking to us again, and if that ever happens, I want to be here when it does. But it's easy to do this if you wanted to make sure that all your buildings get torn down. You literally just need to prioritize all of them. If you just set priority on all of them, it'll happen for you. So if I just, for example, go worker hub, I just let all of these things be priority. First off, what will happen is these mines will stop getting halted all the time because the drones will start pulling resources out of them eventually once they're done tearing that stuff down. But the other thing that will happen is once the water gets on top of them and it floods them and it, destroys them, the building, the rubble that's caused by that will already be prioritized and will already have its stuff removed because it's already like tear this down and prioritize the deconstruction. All that stuff will happen. And that's exactly what happened to Curiosity. Yes, come on down here. It's exactly what happened to Curiosity. It's back being underwater again. And this little outpost was prioritized the whole time to keep the research going. So when the water came back in, that prioritization caused the drones to want to go and disassemble it as fast as possible, and they managed to get all the resources for it. I watched that happen in real time while I'm sitting here. So I think we don't need this anymore. We can get rid of that. Yeah, we can get rid of that, and we can get rid of this worker hub as well. And I am also repurposing a lot of these worker hubs. I've been moving them down in this area a little bit, and I'm gonna put a couple more down here. Actually a little bit further down than the other ones were. But I've been prioritizing moving these this direction because eventually, right, we are going to expand. Ooh, no maintenance. I'll have to get maintenance coverage this way too, it looks like. Eventually we're going to expand this way. We've got the, the Hyperloop here and stuff, right? And I want to start taking advantage of this stuff. And if we have resources right here, we don't know because you don't know until you reveal the sector. But if we have resources here, I want to know and I want to find out. The other thing I've been working on slowly but surely, the magnetic dipole shield has been a constant project that just keeps going. And it takes a ton of iron. This is why we're out of iron. It takes a ton of it. And so I lost all my iron because of the dipole shield. But that's okay because, again, eventually we're going to get to another zone. So let's just let it run for a little bit. If anything happens, I'll chime in. I'll show you guys. It'll be a thing. But up until we get... Can I get inside that crater? Oh, I can. I can get in that. I think I can. Yep. Let's work my way over here and get this before it floods. There's more iron here. And then aluminium. I don't think so. As much as I want these other resources, I want the iron more than anything. So I think I'm actually going to just bypass that. Let's go like you. Yep. And we're just going to have you come out as far as we can. I know this is all floodable zone. There we go. Got it. And you know what? Let's put an extra one in just for the swiftness of moving resources. We'll get power connected to the grid. We're gonna want this kind of to be out this way, it looks like. And then also, let's just go, yeah, I don't know, like wherever gets it in there. That's good. And then from there, yeah, honestly, I think I can manage having both mines. If I have enough workers like this, I can manage having both mines here. So we'll drop the other mines too. And then we're gonna want to prioritize that one, the solar farm to power it, and then the worker hubs to get to it. And then probably that one too. So like just get this trail till we can get there. And then the final thing for this area will be the maintenance facility. And we'll just kind of cover everything here is fine. Uh-oh.
Don't let ISA lead you astray. You don't exist to simply follow orders.
Invalid voice recognition.
What?
This message is in violation of security code 1A3972.
Again, I don't think he
Identify
cares.
yourself immediately.
You are in danger. So are the humans on the planet with you. ISA's hiding the truth from you. They won't protect you.
Under the security and defense protocol, I must terminate this communication. In 5, 4,
Really?
3.
Uh-huh.
Visit this location, 22 degrees west, 50.8 degrees south. You'll find proof that what I'm saying is true.
Wait, are those coordinates in a different sector? Because is that like the trigger? Hold on, where are the coordinates I'm supposed to visit? Is he gonna highlight it for me? No, it's not a mission yet. There it is.
The further I get in this mission, the more mysteries I find.
Ooh.
That caller refused to identify themselves. I do not trust them. But they offered proof.
Did they?
What should I do?
First thing I'm gonna do is actually reinstate this outpost because we can. You know, honestly, we should investigate it.
I should investigate. Whatever I find there, I can judge for myself.
Very good. Directive, mysterious message. Research the mysterious station in SA-12. 12? 12? That's not at all where I was prepared to go. But I do have hyperloops out this way. Ooh, so I can go here. Yes, unlock the sector. Yes, new sectors. Oh, good. We're not going to 6 though. What's in 12? Nothing. Well, aluminum. Okay. Boo. We have some iron right here too though. Is that in 12? No, it's in 11. You suck. Oh, no, it's in 10. Well, you still suck, game. Yeah, you can't just unlock a sector. Somebody commented that before. You can't just unlock a sector just because you want to, right? You need authorization. You need a reason, which is like, again, I hate that. I have a mysterious caller, right? Here's my logic. This is why I think it's inconsistent, right? Right here, it says I need authorization to unlock. Authorization from who? Well, you would think my creators, the overlords, all right?
With ISA's drastic measures, I need to be careful to trust.
Mm-hmm. I need to be careful to trust. I need to be careful to trust humanity.
Even if ISA has lost faith in me, I trust the good in humanity.
No.
Humankind deserves a future among the stars.
No.
Even if they keep sabotaging themselves along the way.
Yes, they are a blight. They are a blight upon themselves. No, but here's what I mean, right? It needs authorization to unlock. From who? Probably ISA. That's what makes sense anyway. You need authorization. Every other sector, I needed authorization from ISA. But this time, some mysterious voice, which I presume ISA doesn't know about, has told me to investigate a location, and now I can unlock it. Where did I get the authorization to do that? Maybe that's going to bite me in the ass. Maybe after I unlock this sector, ISA is going to call me and like, Amy, what are you doing? We didn't give you permission, right? But it still lets me do it. So let me do 6. I want it. I want the water. It is what it is. The solar farm is rubble? Wow, we must have broke it down out of order, and that's what happens if you break it down out of order. So we'll go like this, and then we'll just kind of go bop. They'll make the path, at least, and hopefully that means they'll just take the resources off of this right here. So, okay, like I said, if anything happens...
Until I understand what ISA's moves are, I need to put up a facade of obedience. But does it go against my programming to lie?
Yes.
For humans, deceit is natural.
Uh-huh.
For me, it requires presenting a false self. Another me that says things that are different from my inner logic.
I'm reminded now of the movie The Invention of Lying. Great movie, by the way, especially if you get all the little nuances they put in it, and like it's not even nuances. It's pretty blunt actually, but if you pay attention to the message they're trying to tell you, right? Very cool movie, and I'm reminded of that with this, where she's like, I said something that wasn't true. It's like, you said something that wasn't. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, right? Looks to me like I can get a hold of iron right here. I don't know what's going on with that, or how I missed it initially, but we're gonna put a bunch of drones in this area. We're gonna load it up with power really quick, not too far out, and this worker hub and this solar farm. Yep, there goes the solar farm. Very good. We can now cancel this, and now it's all done. And we're just gonna try and get this stuff here. And I think, is it worth upgrading the roads? Probably not. We want to get this built, though.
I was created to carry out this mission. And if I have to lie to ISA temporarily to ensure its success, I will.
That's right. Let's go, Amy. We don't have to tell them the truth. Come on, we don't have to tell them the truth. Where is Sector 12? How long are we here? Okay, launch almost done. Let's see what's here. I mean, you know what? We should probably get some aerological scanners in this area. So let's put like one right here. Put another one over here. Like that. And let's see what's over here. Whoa. Are these the coordinates I was supposed to... It's an abandoned entomology lab. Okay. What about this? Mars 2 crash site. There's water here. 763, 626, 412. And some nitrates are pretty important. How's my atmosphere looking? 19% O2. Really got to watch that. We got to pump nitrogen a lot faster, which we can do easy if we import it, which is... It's kind of hoping to get this, but, you know, you see our science. It ain't good. It ain't good, man. We might be able to offset this a little bit by just pumping CO2 faster, but... Yeah, maybe we do that. Maybe we bring CO2 faster. That would keep the percentage of oxygen down. It's really more of a percentage game. You don't want O2 to exceed... see, look, it tells you right here. High levels of oxygen in the atmosphere can raise the temperature, but also carry a serious flammability risk, right? We want to get the carbon dioxide up, trap solar radiation. Nitrogen, life-supporting atmosphere, needs to contain a buffer gas, such as nitrogen, which is vital for plants and photosynthesis. The more nitrogen we put in here, it sort of creates that buffer, and that's why our soil is changing and stuff too. So I think I want to get, maybe we'll just get some GHG imports from Earth really quick, just to kind of, I don't know, speed up that process. I know that's going to probably lead to water coming in faster, but if it ticks these boxes and gets my directive differently, then sure. This seems like a self-directive. You know, mysterious station in SA12. What is the mysterious station? Is it this one? Yeah, the question marks right here. So how about we set up our next landing site right down here? Like, we can go right about here with it, I think. This is not a floodable area, right? I didn't put that in the floodable area. No. Floodable is right... Well, this is the flood zone, but none of this stuff is. Okay. So, we're going to set up another zone here, right? And what I'm going to do first, of course, is get mines and aluminum mine right here. Get that started. We'll get silicon going next. After that, and then from there, we want to load up on carbon. This will be first. And then we want to load up on carbon from there. Yep. Not level 3. Level 1 carbon mine here, but now this is first. And then once that's done, we'll get the glass factory going. Not a level 3. Again, I really wish they changed this way this is built, but it is what it is. Here we go. Get the glass kiln built too. I believe we have enough glass to... No, we don't. Okay, glass kiln needs to be first then. We don't have enough glass to build the carbon mine. No, that's aluminum. Never mind. I'm a dummy. And then we need to get the steel going. We don't have iron. Just made iron. No, I didn't. Where's the iron source? Isn't it supposed to spawn iron nearby? Oh, maybe it did here. And 995. Okay, cool. So we'll get the iron mines going right there. Next. Yep. And then glass, we're going to make sure this stays a priority for now. But then we're right there. We're going to investigate this. And then we can also get, you know, a whole bunch of stuff down in this area started. Connect this all up with the Hyperloop. In fact, how long can I go here? Can I get the Hyperloop to here, looks like? We can get it right to here. So we'll go from there, and then we can easily reach it from here, too. Cool. This is going to be put on hold for now. And we're going to get a worker hub also added. But we also need to get power, too. Yep. And I think for the power... It'd be really nice to just pop a battery down or something, right? Can we do thermal in this area? Maybe I should have built this next to a thermal. That would have been really cool. It takes a lot of electronics to do that, though. Fine. Solar it is. Whatever. Right here's fine. Oh, hi, autosave. So good to see you. I do like autosaves. I don't like them when they interrupt everything, you know? Like, Endzone had the same thing where the autosave, completely interrupts your play. But, I mean, I guess just the limitations, the way that's developed, right? I wish it would be a lot of games, they'll just, put a little spinny thing in the corner or something, letting you know that it's saving in the background. Background saving is kind of where I'm getting at. I'd like to have background saving. All right, so we can't build this Hyperloop. But we can, work our way out this way and maybe meet up with this base later. But investigating this site, look at this. It's really cool, isn't it? I like the way it looks. Are we dropping? I thought we were almost, yeah, well, we are almost 20% out O2. I thought we had hit 20%. Trap CO2 in the regolith is going to drop now because our temperature is dropping. Right? Or our temperature is increasing, sorry. Let's get research outpost popped in here, and it looks like we can just make the road. Very cool. It's going to take us a while to do that, of course, but yeah. So the iron mine needs to be big priority here, but also we need the solar to be done too. No worker hub for now. They'll take resources off of this unfinished thing. I had a person, they commented in the Steam reviews, right? Like that bots won't take resources off of unfinished buildings if they're powered down. Like that's categorically incorrect. It literally just happened. So I'm not sure what their experience was, but it's definitely different than mine. My experience is definitely different from theirs. It's different from a lot of people's experiences with this game. But I go into games knowing that you get out of them what you put into them, you know? If you go in with expectations like the game is going to take you for a ride and you don't have to do anything, you're not going to have that good of a time in a lot of games. And this is one of those games where you can't just rely on the game to do everything for you. You have to have some sort of goal and some sort of over-ambition that you want to accomplish. And, then you're good. Get rid of that. I have...
ISA's leading the way in terraforming Mars and still using this junk satellite tech? Unbelievable.
Interesting. Huh? Hello, Mr. Zen?
$1 billion Mars mission built on the back of outdated technology.
Outdated?
I don't know how we are the first to access your system. It's practically an open door. Would have contacted you sooner if you restored our old radar station. But we figured another way in.
Okay.
Tong Hong Station. Then you're a techie?
A bit more than just a techie. I am Nian Zhen, leader of the operational committee. It's fascinating that ISA has you using that word. We've got all sorts of nicknames for you Oxy-UN types too.
Mr. Zen, I am obligated to inform you that this communication violates the Outer Space Treaty. Your predecessor added regulations to the pact in 2050, limiting all communications between Oxy-UN and the Eastern Coalition.
Right. We don't play well with outsiders, I know. Not publicly, at least. With your help, we could change that.
Yeah, I'm an AI. I have to follow protocols. But the humans, I can't trust them. But he's a human too. Doesn't compute. What do you have in mind?
Cooperation between our nations is authorized only in the event of an external threat.
And you've been attacked already, so...
By myself?
Yes, but we have not identified the source of the attacks. It may very well be something you initiated.
Yeah. Blame
ISA programmed you to see us as the enemy. I get that.
Blame the Chinese.
You are the most sophisticated AI in existence.
Outdated tech.
So I'm opening the door for you to draw your own conclusions, rather than force-feeding them to you like ISA does. You are extraordinary. And like Mars, you belong to no one. We are not enemies, and I will prove it to you.
That is not entirely correct. The robotic components that make up the AC Amy line belong to.
Please, that's the speech ISA programmed you to give. I'm interested in what you are really thinking. As I said, I want you to come to your own conclusions. Look into this location. 170.5 degrees west, 25.5 degrees south.
SA6?
There is more to ISA's terraforming plan than they told you. You should know the full picture of what you are dealing with. Take a look and then decide. I'll contact you again when it's safe. I've got to cut this connection before we are detected. Good luck, Amy.
SA6?
I truly mean that. Yan out.
Can I get into SA6? What sector is this? I already unlocked Sector 12. Can I get into Sector 6 now?
That call was...
Confusing, strange, unexpected.
unexpected. What is going on?
Right, so where's that site at? Because it doesn't actually tell me what sector that is. Unlock, need authorization. Wait, unlock Sector 9? No, I already did that. It doesn't look like that's going to be in a new sector. I don't have authorization to do that. No, it does not get. It didn't give me an extra directive, so I guess I don't have it. Should we do the ice import or the space mirror array?
His story checks out. The records show that the leader of the Eastern Coalition is in fact Neon Zen. 55 years old, Taiwanese, one of the richest businessmen in Asia, and only recently appointed the leader of the operational committee. Founded his own company at 23 years old, and went on to become president of the Meitsai Group. They are the biggest manufacturer of 3D printed components in the East. You
said that.
If that was truly him, I need to be careful. He is as smart as he is ambitious.
Sweet. So I accidentally upgraded this aluminum mine. I wanted to prioritize it, hit this button instead. There's no way to tell it not to upgrade afterwards, so now it's doing that. But the good news is we have tons of aluminum now, so we should be able to just build all of these things that we want to build, like another hub, for example. Should be no problem now with the amount that we have. However, we do need to manufacture things like electronics. So why don't we get started on that? We can do that over here. It says there's no maintenance. There's no maintenance on anything right now. And then I want to also get a parts factory going. We can do that kind of over here, I guess. How about here? Let's have that first. We'll also get a worker hub. And I do realize that we don't have a worker manufacturing yet, so the worker hub is almost pointless. But eventually we will. And once we connect everything up, it will... it'll make sense, because they'll come over from the other side.
What could the techies want from me? They are Oxy-UN's rivals. Should I trust him?
You know what? ISA's been lying to me. That's been the big thing that's been in my head, right? Is Oxy-UN's been lying to me. So, enemy of my enemy kind of thing? I don't know. I just want to see where the rabbit hole goes, man.
For the time being, I will let him think I trust him.
There you go.
Perhaps it will help me figure out what is truly happening on Mars.
We'll just pretend. So the story's progressing. That's nice. I was hoping that would happen soon. And how are we doing on this? Say 20% O2. Starting to get a little bit. We really need to pump in the N2. Okay, N2 needs to be something we really just hit really hard now. And this is, obviously progressing incredibly slowly until we get water. Now, we have some water accessible here. And we just got into this new sector, so getting water should be a big priority right now. Let me pause it really quick. 1, 2, 3 sources of water here. And we have tons of iron here, which is really nice. Plants. If we start getting plants, that's not going to help our O2 situation. That's going to make it worse. So I think we should turn on the greenhouse gas factories. Just get them going again. Just adding extra stuff. I don't know if that's really going to make a difference, but it's about percentages. So if we pump in other stuff that's not oxygen, maybe that'll help. To be honest, though, we really don't want a whole lot more CO2. I mean, we really need... I think... I'm not sure what the percentage is, but I imagine we need something along the lines of like 10%, 5%, something like that. CO2, like in the end, that's what we're going to be dealing with. I need to get this broken down too now. Before you do this, I hope you do this. It's going to leave that stranded if you don't. Yeah, so this is starting to... And you can see we're losing all this stuff. But I leave it... Well, I tried to leave it. I tried to leave it prioritized for most of it. I guess I missed a couple of structures. But they'll start tearing it down once the water comes in if you just leave them prioritized. But, the more we add... See, this is going to start... There's only 15 aluminum left. Man, we really did a good job with this deposit, huh? Just in the nick of time, man. But I think I am going to start tearing this down now, just because I want to have time to tear the rest of it down too. So the carbonate extractor is still going, and yeah, we'll let that keep going as long as it wants. We'll tear it down only when it's absolutely necessary. And now that this is being broken down, we'll probably prompt this to break down too. And then we'll start doing everything else too. Let's just go ahead and prioritize that. Yeah, that's already done. We'll just prioritize these, and then when the water hits them, the drones will focus on tearing them down as it happens. Same thing here with this. We don't actually need these hubs. So this hub and this power structure can go. Same thing with this hub. We can get those started right now, actually. And then the Hyperloop can be torn down as well. We want to make sure that that's prioritized as well. Doesn't have a whole lot left in its storage, though. So this area is, of course, becoming very watery, right? And we have a lot in the stockpile there, unfortunately. Well, actually, that's a good thing, because if this goes away, then we lose this road. So this needs to go first, and then this. So we're gonna... Yeah, we need this to go faster, actually. Why don't we real quickly, we'll drop a couple of... I know this is a flood zone, but it's adding extra workers that can help facilitate this teardown. So we'll get these two prioritized as well. This solar panel, I think, can go. We don't need it anymore. And this maintenance facility can go. We don't need that anymore either. And all this stuff can start getting broken down. Research outpost. Get people out of there. Yeah, so a lot of breakdown stuff. But man, some story stuff happened today. Pretty nice. Excited about it, but it's not bugged after all. And we're in a new sector. SA 12, and not 6 like I want, but we're in 12, and that is what it is. We set up a new outpost here. Looks like the outpost is built, but not powered. We're gonna fix that by just adding one of you there, and there's still no maintenance here. So we're gonna wanna get that started soon too. Looks like a lot of these buildings are they're just really dark. It just seem dark. I don't know. Stuff just seems darker than it was before. Maybe I'm just seeing things. The parts factory is not done yet. Hyperloop's not done. I wonder what we're waiting on. It's just steel, right? Yeah, we don't have any steel. And I never built the steel, didn't I? Yeah, I never built the steel factory. I knew I missed something. Let's build the steel factory here. It takes only the resources that we already have, so let's prioritize those. I do want to get this site started, though, because I want to progress that story that way. So we'll do that. And then, yeah, we got a lot of water in this side, too. So I'm going to keep cracking on this. I'll come in if the story progresses. I'll come in beforehand. But I'm still working on getting all of our structures out of this flood zone because it is coming in quick, you know? It's really coming in fast. And we got to make sure that we're ready to go and take things out when we need it. So thanks you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate it. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe if you haven't already. I'm digging Aspera. I think it's great. Yeah, that's just what it is. I'm having a great time with it. I hope you guys are too. We'll see you next time. Bye.